So some personal experiences, right? And I kind of just threw some stuff out there. So the wisdom, I call this the wisdom of the old head. I put that in the list of things that we could talk about today because it seems to be lost. It's just lost. It's missing today. The wisdom of the old head. There used to be old heads right on the block, or in your community, in your neighborhood, old guys. Or
playing dominoes.
Where they would give you advice. Right. They would look over you, and they would actually have a prominent voice in your life. Today, it's just like you walk past those guys.
You would be shook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they could grab you at any moment, smack you in the head, and be like, what are you doing here? Yeah. Or I'm going to take you to your dad's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that goes for, and again, this goes for black, white. Yeah. There were some white old heads, and they weren't called old, probably called old geezers or something like that. But yeah, they were able to discipline you, and not just in a vocal way. They might be able to discipline you in a physical way. They see you acting up. Yeah. Straight grip you up. You know what I mean?
Yo, from when I was a kid, I lived in Puerto Rico for 2 years, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
listen,
man. You used to get beat down from everyone. All my uncles, man, if they saw me doing something, they grab you, smack you up a little bit, and tell you to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had this fear, and I'm not saying it's a bad fear. Yeah. Because they got me when I needed to be, you know what I'm saying, taken.
It's needed.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I wasn't doing something that I was supposed to do. But there was this fear, this reverent, like, I better watch it because my family's watching me, or the old heads watching me over here. And it's funny how they know everything, too.
Yo, they would catch everything on the block. Everything.
They know everybody and everything that's going on.
Everything in the neighborhood. They were part of the neighborhood watch. They were part of city council meetings at one point. That's lost today.
It was like a gift. Like, they knew everybody and everything that was going on. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, you know what it was? A lot of it back then, because specifically when it comes to old guys, and next we're going to get into old women, right? It was village parenting. I don't know if I want to make this into a song title, book title, podcast title, something, but we got to talk about this one day in depth. But it was village parenting, where everybody, all the leaders, raised the kids that were growing up in the village. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they helped. They came alongside the parents that were already there and needed help. Right. If the parents had to work all day, you knew that you had people watching out for you, looking out for you.
Yeah, and that's foreign to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people try to force this model sometimes in the inner city, especially of, it's the mom and the dad. And it's like, well, we have kids that don't have a dad.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the father, And so stepping in as father sometimes is a foreign thing for people. We've had to do it because fathers weren't there, And then the mother, many times, was trying her best to raise her kids the best way she can. And, there was some dysfunction there, too. Yeah. I'm speaking from experience. And so some people I remember having an argument with another pastor, and he was like, no, we got to have families. We got a mom and a dad. And I'm like, dude, our church, most of us don't have fathers.
Yo.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand what's going on here. And so, I think the village, what you're talking about, is essential, man.
Yeah.
It was essential in my background. Thank God for it, because without it, there wouldn't have been male role models in the church.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about examples. I'm talking about men that stepped in and told me what I needed to be told.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They weren't just there watching. They actually, they grip me up and say, yo, you're tripping. Like, you need to stop.